Hey, what's going on everyone? This is iReviews back with another video, and today we're talking about charging iPhones on iOS 26. It is really important that you use certain practices and of course tips when it comes to charging your iPhone in order to make sure that you're charging your iPhone properly, you're charging your iPhone enough, and you're actually protecting your iPhone's battery. Using these tips and tricks that I will show you guys in this video, it will ensure that you will charge your iPhone the best way, use the best practices, and of course maximize the battery life and the lifespan of the battery of your iPhone. Now before we get into all that, I just want to ask you guys for a really quick favor. Most of you guys that watch my videos are still not subscribed to the channel, so if you enjoy the videos and you want to see more of them, make sure to hit that subscribe button. It really helps a lot. Now we're starting things off with, of course, one of the most important things when it comes to charging: the cables and the chargers that you use with your device. Always make sure that you're using the Apple cables, the cables that come with your iPhone, or you might purchase them from the Apple store, or if not, then make sure that the cables and chargers that you use are certified. Never use knockoff cheap cables or chargers. They will heat up the device's battery and will damage the battery, especially when it comes to the battery health. That will be really bad. And another thing you must do is always make sure, especially for cables, always make sure that you check your cables for damages, especially if you have an older cable that you had for some time. Make sure that you just check it, especially at this part right here and here. It might be damaged and that might cause problems with charging your iPhone. So always make sure you use the right cables, and of course make sure that they're in good shape. Now one of the things that I try to avoid, and I suggest you avoid as well when charging your iPhone, is using wireless chargers. Now when charging your iPhone, wireless chargers will actually charge slower, of course, than the cables and the chargers that we use to plug in, but they will also heat up the iPhone quite a lot, especially in cars. Now I have a wireless charger in my car. I never use it. If you just charge your iPhone for 5 minutes, it will heat up the iPhone a lot, meaning that will damage the battery and the battery health of your device. That way will actually drop much faster. If you're constantly using wireless chargers, I assure you that the battery health of your device will drop faster than using normal chargers, because that will just heat up the battery a lot. And you know, batteries, lithium ion batteries, don't like extreme cold and extreme heat. That will damage the battery way faster than just using a normal charger. Now when it comes to charging, another thing that you should be aware is charging in public places, like in different fast food restaurants, or maybe on airports and these kind of places. You will have just the USB plugins where you can plug in your device to charge. You will have to be careful with using those kind of chargers with your device and know what you're doing and where you're charging your iPhone, because there are cases where you can basically use that cable to maybe hack into your device or something like that. So I would be very aware when charging my iPhone in public places. If you're traveling somewhere, you don't need to charge on a USB port in the airport. Maybe just use a power bank or something like that. Make sure that you avoid public chargers as much as possible. Now, two different things a lot of people talk about when it comes to charging the iPhone and the battery of the iPhone is the charging overnight and also charging while using the device. Well, both of these are very safe. Charging your iPhone overnight is not a problem at all. Everyone can do it. You plug in your device in the morning, it's charged. You don't need to worry about it at all. It won't overcharge your iPhone. That doesn't happen. It's not possible to happen, so don't worry about that. So it does not damage the battery of the iPhone when the iPhone is fully charged at 100%, because iPhone has basically a program that will just do what they call the tickle charge at the end. So your iPhone will basically stay at 80% until around the morning, and then it will charge to 100%. Also, using your iPhone while charging is extremely safe, as long as you're not doing like any heavy tasks like editing maybe a video or just like playing games on your iPhone, that will cause the iPhone to heat up. It's charging, and at the same time it's using the processor for heavy tasks. It will heat the iPhone a lot, that way damaging the battery of your iPhone. Another thing you must know is the speed to which your iPhone can charge. Now, of course, when charging your iPhone, you want to make sure that you charge it as fast as possible. You don't want to leave your iPhone charging for hours. So you need to make sure that you have the proper charger for your iPhone. Now, the easiest way to do this, just go to Google the model that you have of your iPhone and charging speed, and it will show you basically the maximum power that it will support. And you go ahead and get a charger with that power, so that way you can charge your iPhone at its best speed, so you don't have to hang around like for hours charging your iPhone. Next up, we're talking about the charging settings and the battery settings that you get on your iOS 26 device. Now, first of all, we have here, of course, the battery health. Always make sure that you check this and it's above 80%. Make sure it's always above 80%. Otherwise, your device won't perform as it should and you will have to actually change your battery. And then right here we have the charging limits. So we have the optimized battery charging, which is of course the old one. You enable this, it charges at 80%, and that's really cool. It actually does the job really well, and it will protect the life of the health of your battery. Now, what you can do if you don't want to use that limit, you can actually set a different limit here from 80 to 100%. Now, if you think 80% is not enough for you, you can use this slider right here to set the limit maybe to 90 or even 95%. Now, another thing I would do here is go ahead and disable this switch right here. It is called clean energy charging. What it will do, it will basically try to reduce your carbon footprint by just selecting to charge your iPhone when lower carbon emissions are available. So you basically disable it right here, that way it won't just like interrupt with the charging of your iPhone. Now, another thing you can do, of course, when it comes to your device is using low power mode. Now, low power mode is actually very effective. Even though it does slow down the iPhone a lot, it will keep your iPhone like on for way longer than just using your iPhone on normal mode. So in any case we don't have a lot of battery, make sure that you use low power mode. Of course, you can enable that from the control center or from the settings, or you can even just go ahead and set up a shortcut which will enable low power mode at any percentage that you want. Now, this is actually pretty cool. You go to automations right here under the shortcuts app, tap on new automation, and then what you need to do here is simply go to battery level and choose right here the battery level to which you want to turn on the low power mode. So let's say I want to set the low power mode on at 80%. Just select here, run immediately. Then make sure you have it at the other percentage that you want. And from here, we just search for low power mode. And then we have low power mode. Make sure that it's on right there. And there we go. Now our device will set the low power mode on automatically at 30%. Now we can do the reverse if you want to set it off, let's say at 70%. We can recreate this one, but instead of saying 30%, we say, let's say 70, and then instead of on, we just switch it off. That way everything is done automatically. So that's basically it for this video, guys. These are a few tips and tricks that I believe will help every iPhone user get way better battery life on their device, charge your iPhone faster, make sure to maximize the battery life and the battery's lifespan. So that is it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.